Hi, Sonia here, coming to you from my actual artisan skincare lab, and I am excited because I am doing another personalization of my luxury cream. So essentially the formulation I use for my luxury cream is really nourishing. It just melts right into your skin. It's awesome. It's very healing. I use mango butter and cocoa butter, as well as some coconut oil. But I've recreated it because it's so nourishing. I've recreated it using the same butters and then adding different herbal oils and essential oils based on what somebody needs. So what I'm going to show you today is kind of the process involved for making this athlete's foot cream. Now, the gentleman I'm making this for, he's actually used my luxury cream on his foot, and then he used another dry chapped skin treatment cream on his foot. He's got a few things going on, and so he's got a lot of healing, but it hasn't completely healed, and I think the reason why is because there is a little bit of a fungal infection in there. And so what we're doing is we are making a foot cream. So what I've done first, I've already kind of gone through and used isopropyl alcohol to clean here before I actually did any of this weighing out and measuring, but I didn't want to sit here and do it all with you. I just wanted to kind of show you an overview. So I've already gone through and cleaned with isopropyl alcohol. I've also, you can see I have over here, probably, yay, okay. I've steamed the utensils and instruments that I'm using for 3 minutes. I put them in boiling water for 3 minutes to go ahead and get those disinfected and ready to use. And I also have wiped out all my beakers with isopropyl alcohol and all my surfaces. So everything's ready to go. I've also weighed out the essential oils, and I'm using tea tree, peppermint, geranium, thyme, and geranium, thyme, see if I can do it by memory, myrrh. All very healing oils and great for the feet. I have my cleaned out, and I've already weighed out my mango butter. And then I've also weighed out, and I have my gloves on, so that's good, some cocoa butter. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. And I've weighed out some coconut oil. Those are the main butters in my basic cream recipe. I call it a melt, if you will. So this combination of butters with oils, with these percentages, create this awesome cream that actually melts right onto your skin. It's really fantastic. Hey girl, thanks for joining. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them, and I will get to them as soon as possible. If not during the video, then later. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put these butters on my double boiler over here. And I'm going to let those start to melt down. So evenness of temperature is important. Once I get that melted down, this is normally when I would do the essential oils, because I want, you know, the essential oils are aromatic, which means that they kind of dissipate over time. So on one side, on one end, you have they can percolate together and create a scent. But in this case, I'm going for medicine, so I wasn't really too concerned about the scent. But I wouldn't normally just leave them out here aromatically dissipating while I waited. But I'm going to move this over here to my little workstation. Have my lab notebook I'm going to go ahead and put away just because I need the space. I have my sunflower oil, which is my base foundational oil. And then I have as well some vitamin E oil, some olive squalane, which is super amazing. It's actually been called facelift in a bottle. I use it in all my anti-aging stuff, my vibrant aging stuff, excuse me. And what else is in here? Calendula oil is also in here, which is good for healing all anti-inflammatory or inflammatory skin conditions, and very healing oil. So what I'm going to do now, I don't know if you can see me. Actually, I probably want to move some things over here. So I'm going to go ahead and whisk, if you can see me. All of these utensils have been steamed. Disinfectants are steaming. I've been placed in boiling water for 3 minutes, and that kills all living microorganisms. I went on YouTube earlier, so if you go find my Just Botanicals channel on YouTube, you can see it. I posted my blog post on my main page, and you can see I talk a little bit more about the process of disinfecting versus sanitation versus sterilization and what's required or important. So now I am going to go ahead, and as these butters are almost fully melted, I'm going to pull these off, right? I'm going to pull, okay, and this is just about fully melted. Now the idea here, and I like to go ahead and get the water off the bottom of this thing because water and oil don't really mix. I have my freezer here with my ice, bowl of ice, and I am going to turn this off here because it's a safety thing. And then I'm going to add water to my ice bath there. So now I have an ice water bath, right? The idea when you're doing these things is to try to cool stuff down as evenly as possible. I still have to add more oils to this. This is a warm blending method. So I'm going to add the sunflower oil first and blend that right in there while it's still warm. And when you're using raw, unrefined, organic, high quality, perishable products like this, you really, especially with some of these oils, like rosehip oil, for example, you really don't want to put too much heat on them. That's the idea of the double boiler versus putting this stuff right on the heat source. And you can do this at home with a pot and a glass bowl and just put whatever you're trying to melt in a glass bowl and just set it right on top of the water. Kind of like I am about to do here with my ice water bath. And so now I've added all these oils, right? And so they were blended while warm, and I'm mixing here. So now this particular blend that I'm making tonight is for an athlete's foot, Michelle. As far as the cocoa butter and the coconut oil and the mango butter, I would think that would be fine. And you know, when it comes to essential oils, though, you want to do your research because animals are a little bit different. Like tea tree, I think it's tea tree oil or eucalyptus, maybe both, that are really bad for dogs. So I wouldn't do this particular formulation. So now I kind of put my face right above it just to feel the heat because so it's starting to solidify. So I'm going to go ahead, which means it's cooled off enough, and I can add these essential oils in here, right? So I want the essential oils to be added in, you know, before it gets too hard that I can't mix them in, but not when it's too warm, because essential oils, right, they're aromatic, which means the more heat you add, the more they disappear. We don't want that. And their properties, their active properties are going to start to break down. We don't want that, because that's why we're doing this. So normally I have a smaller whisk, but you don't already know, I'm setting up a retail spot called Just Botanicals Bespoke Skin Bar and Apothecary, and I'm going to do workshops too. Those are going to be called Skin Bar Socials. So, there will be adult-friendly options as well, kind of like those painting parties. Should be fun. So because of that, my mini whisks are at my new retail space. I'm opening that up on the 29th of January. And if you're interested in any of this stuff, check out my website. Check out my Facebook page or my Instagram, because I'm keeping those things current. And if you want to know everything that I have going on, I do have an email list. So send me a message or put your emails in the comments below, and I'd be happy to add you to that so you can stay tuned. I have lots of fun stuff coming up. New products, events, a new space. So it's going to be really, really cool. And the idea here is just like we tried to heat at a consistent temperature, we want to cool at a constant temperature, right? And that's going to allow your oils to blend in a way that they stay adhered together as opposed to separated in their final product. And I'm still not perfect at this, so there's, lots of practice to be had. But even though my stuff isn't always the most beautiful just yet, I definitely get good quality stuff going. And it's hard to, to not when you have really awesome, great quality ingredients. That smells really nice. So you can see this can be quite time-consuming process. And so it actually takes a lot of work. And this is one person's order right here. Ideally, when these formulations come out successful, ideally I'll be making them in bigger batches, right? So then I don't completely lose all my time. So you can see, oh, well, no, you can't actually see. You can see it's really creamy. And so this particular formulation, however, with the percentages of cocoa butter and mango butter that I use, ends up coming out kind of solid almost. And so what I end up having to do is kind of whip it with, and I have an awesome KitchenAid mixer. Hey Paola, nice to see you. So I have an awesome KitchenAid mixer. And what I'll do is here, when this gets a little bit more solid, I'll whip it up and it'll come out really fluffy and it'll be perfect for just melting right into your skin. It's really a fabulous, really simple and a fabulous way to do natural and handcrafted. I am taking advanced courses and I'm looking at more advanced formulation methods, which would allow me to do more creams, stuff that really in the end, if you can pump something out of a bottle, that's going to keep it even fresher and more preserved. So yeah, especially since I use almost no preservatives, as few as possible, which is fine with oil-based products, especially if it's in a squeeze bottle. But when you start getting waters and stuff, you really do need to have a preservation system in place to keep it protected because bugs love water, right? So there are quite a few natural preservatives out there, and they're being made more and more, which is cool. So as I learn more how to do that, I'm going to make more advanced formulations, and I'm really excited. So this is looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up now and log off. So give me your emails or any questions you have, and I'd be happy to answer them and to add you to my mailing list. Okay, have a great night. Thanks for joining. Bye.